Hello, everyone, and welcome to the Small Brain Gang, where we do all the small brain things. And this is a very special episode of the Small Brain Podcast. And welcome back, everyone, to the Small Brain Podcast. I am one of your hosts today, Ronan Maverick. We also have Luke Nero.
Hey, everybody. How's it going?
And a very special... How's your weekend been?
It's been good. How's yours been?
It's been pretty great, actually.
We need to have this closer to both of us.
Do we? Oh, yeah, for sure. There you go.
Yeah. We are recording on one mic right now, so if it sounds like we're in the same room, we are.
We are. And it's pretty great. But weekend's been pretty awesome. Yeah. I'm not going to lie to you.
What made it special?
What made it special?
Yeah.
Special?
Special?
Special.
Okay, well, apparently English class wasn't one of the things that made it special.
No, absolutely not.
Why don't we do this every podcast? This is actually kind of fucking fun.
We really should, yeah.
We really should. You should come over every Wednesday.
I think so. Yeah. Sounds good. Okay, we might... Oh, we could do our reaction videos, too.
Dude,
for YouTube.
We could.
Yeah.
Anyway, we're supposed
Yeah, sorry. It's a very special weekend for us up here. And a very special episode of the Small Brain Podcast because we have a live guest in Luke's quote-unquote studio.
Don't quote-unquote. It's a fucking studio.
It is. Like, compared to my setup, this is definitely studio.
What more do I need to make this an actual
No, you
studio?
do, man. Like, you got the green screen, you got, like, the
No, but you
whole
just quote-unquoted that.
I know.
So what, okay.
To get a rise out of you. It was fine. But we have the one, the only, the infamous, the... other synonyms of amazing.
Audacious.
Bodacious. We just watched Bill and Ted, I'm sorry. But we have Cheese Bear 15 in the house.
She is older than 15.
Yes, she is older than 15.
Cheese, guess.
Cheese.
Say hi.
Say hi.
There we go. You gotta get your face like right here.
I don't want to put my face right there.
Well, bummer. It's like my wife on my honeymoon.
Oh my.
Look at sorry. Anyway, so we've been hanging out with Cheese Bear this weekend.
Yeah, we have.
Since Thursday. Having a blast. We went to Silverwood yesterday. And
let's start off with the first day.
First day, sorry. Yeah, right. Thursday.
Anyway, we should probably ask Cheese how she's doing and stuff.
How are you doing?
Yeah. Hey, Cheese, how are you?
I'm tired. I'm exhausted.
Yeah.
Why?
What do you mean, why? Today was a long day.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, yesterday was longer, but today was definitely...
yesterday was a long day.
We've been going ham.
You gotta make sure your mouth is pointing towards
since
the microphone
Thursday.
Or it won't recognize you.
Like...
Well, I don't want it to recognize me.
That's the whole point of this podcast.
I'm so sorry.
You gotta like deep throat the mic in order for it's not picking you up.
I'm so sorry.
There you go. See, look at that. Just redline the mic. It's perfect.
That's fine.
But yeah, so we've been going ham since like Thursday when she got into town.
Yeah. Which
I was at.
You were at work.
Freaking work.
Yeah, he
like
was at work.
like a chump.
Me and my wife got to pick up Cheese Bear from the airport up here in the Idahos and Utahs, and Ronan was very jealous.
Yes, very.
I wouldn't.
No,
I would.
Yeah, for sure.
Don't
Yeah, I'm not gonna lie to you guys. I was silly jealous.
You were more than silly jealous.
Yeah,
it was ridiculous.
It was ridiculous. But anyway.
And then we had to go, and I think the first thing we did was pick up my kids from my parents' house because we.
Oh yeah.
Me and my wife had a 2-day staycation, and so my kids are gone.
I literally just flown in, okay? I have no makeup on. I look like complete plane trash. And he's like, oh, hey, we're going to go meet parents. Thank you for that. Appreciate it.
The funny thing is, she's like, no, I'll just wait in the car. And it took me like 10 minutes to convince her to come in.
Oh, my God.
But it wasn't just my parents. It was also like my sister-in-law, one of my best friends. Everybody. All the nephews and nieces. There's like 30 people there.
Wow. Wait, like,
yes,
I mean, I know your family is like,
including kids. I think there was like 12 kids there total.
Yeah.
And then their parents.
Oh my god, that's crazy.
Yeah,
that's a lot of people.
I walked in and
for
it was
a
like,
first introduction, that's what you went with?
Yeah. Well, it's not like I chose the time she flew in. Ronan.
Yeah.
I mean, we're not gonna get into that.
The original plan was Friday, and you're like, let's get one more day in, and you did Thursday.
But yeah, and
Yeah, it was great.
And it was fine.
Yeah.
It was perfect.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was.
It was great. Anyway, she got in. She took a nap. It was So I had to wait even like a couple more hours
Oh,
to
that
meet
was,
her for the.
that was the funniest thing.
That was
Ronan
not the
shows
funniest
up and he's
thing.
like, "Where is she?" And I'm like, "She's sleeping."
And I'm like,
God. Yeah, and he's just like sitting there waiting outside. He's like, "Fine. It was great.
oh man, I was nervous though.
Yeah,
I was so nervous.
this is the first time we're all meeting because we've been gaming for how long have me and you've been gaming for?
A long time.
Yeah.
It's been over a year. for
Over a
sure.
year, and then I was gaming with you before I met Ronan.
Yeah.
And then we got Ronan involved, and then so the three of us have been the three amigos for like a year
At
now.
least a year.
And I know
Yeah.
you've seen that movie because if you haven't seen The Three Amigos, definitely check it out and go
It's
watch
good.
it. It's a great movie.
Oh, do you have movies lined up for Shelter Cinema today?
I have so many in my head I can just pop them off.
You can pop them off.
Oh, goody.
So first day, she came in, took a nap, and we finally met, which was amazing. It was so great.
Are you sure?
Yeah.
You should probably ask
No,
her.
I'm very enthused. I'm just
What did you think
sorry.
of it? What
I
did you-
kind of fell like into my mind and was just like reliving it for a second.
So how was the meeting for you?
How
Chase?
was meeting?
Oh, it was awesome.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, when I first met Luke, I almost fell over because I I just wasn't prepared for meeting, and seeing you in the airport, I was like, I know this guy. I don't know, it was like family.
Yeah.
Meeting family.
And I felt kind of bad because I didn't ask you beforehand. I just ran up to you and gave you the biggest bear hug of the
Oh yeah,
world.
yeah, it was amazing. It was great.
Well, in our
Great.
defense, we did tell her that was gonna happen.
Yeah. If you guys have never taken the love languages test, I have. I'm a 96% physical touch person. If you meet me, I'm hugging you. It's just gonna happen.
What would you say I am?
You should probably take the test.
I've done the test.
Oh, what are you?
The same.
Yeah. Which means your life's gonna suck.
Yeah, I know.
Because guess what? Not everyone wants to touch you, and it makes you feel like they don't like
But
you.
everyone should want to touch me.
No.
Not like that. Not like an Uncle Touchy's thing, but
Uncle Touchy's Naked Funhouse.
Uncle Touchy's naked puzzle basement.
Oh, I like that one.
Yeah.
Yeah, puzzles. Do you want to play?
So
a
anyway,
game?
what did we do? We didn't
Well,
really
because
do
then
much.
are you kidding me?
I can't remember.
You picked up your monkey.
Oh, that's right. So yeah, dude. Okay. so I get off work, I run home, I shower, and I get all cleaned up, and I'd put oil in my like I did a casual do up. Would you stop?
No,
Why?
it's bothering me.
Oh, because they roll around.
Yeah, it was uneven. Sorry, I was adjusting his gauge because it was uneven.
Yeah. And then I'm on my way. I'm on the freeway over to Post Falls from Coeur d'Alene. And then I'm like, hey, where you at? And he's like, I'm at home. I was like, all right, I'm on my way over. And he's like, but could you pick up Jamunky
Okay,
on the way
there's a
in?
reason
And-
for it.
Well, I know. That's because you live in Post Falls and I live in Hayden.
No,
And,
my baby was napping.
oh,
and he didn't wake up yet.
Oh, yeah.
And so it would have been like, you get here, I'm like, hey, can you watch my 1-year-old while I run out to Hayden? And you were already in
right.
Hayden.
I was already in Hayden. So I was so excited and I was on my way out. And I was like,
He was so pissed.
I
when
was
I
like,
texted
oh
him.
my goodness.
Was it your first time meeting Jamunky?
No, we had met before.
Yeah,
Okay.
they went boating and they fell in love with each other because of B movies.
Oh.
Yeah, him and
Oh
Caitlin
my
came out to the lake
goodness.
one day.
Yeah.
So anyway, I turn around on the freeway and head back to Hayden, and I sit in the parking lot for like 30 minutes.
He texts me, he's like, can you tell him out? He's like, tell him out front. And I'm like, oh, he doesn't get off work for another half
I'm
hour,
like,
bro.
dude, it was the long, cause like
Your text got more and more angry. As if I was holding cheese hostage from you.
yeah. And then so I grabbed James, I grabbed all my board games, and then we came back, and then we found out she was sleeping, and I was like, God dang it. I just want to meet her. That's all I want to do.
He was so mad at me because I've met her
And
for
then-
hours at that
oh,
point.
And finally, she comes out of her coma.
I wasn't in a coma. I was
You-
sleeping.
You were close.
I was sleeping.
Okay, to be fair, my kids walked in here to say hi to you, and you did not wake up.
Oh, okay.
You
I
were in
didn't
a
know
coma.
that.
And I called you a bunch of times. I think Luke called you a couple times.
I did.
You were out to
I
the
was-
world.
Dude, I only had 2 hours of sleep before that
Oh,
flight.
I know.
Oh,
and then I flown.
how many times have you flown before this trip?
Oh yeah, never. That was my first time flying in.
And
so,
how was it?
Yeah, no.
It was amazing,
apparently, the turbulence, it gets worse.
Yeah.
And I'm like, oh, great, love that, thanks. I didn't know that.
Well,
It was
there's
awful.
different types of turbulence. We get cold air turbulence, where it's just really bumpy wind. It's kind of like going over speed bumps.
Yeah.
If you would land somewhere like Boise or or Vegas, it's hot turbulence, and that's just you free fall.
Which is
It's awful.
the best roller coaster you could ever ride.
I disagree.
Yeah, I would have to agree with Luke on that one.
That
No,
sucks.
it's great. I love it. I love flying, and then the plane just drops out of the air.
Nope.
It's so much fun. I have a good time with it.
It's
But-
a really
Stop.
comfortable mattress.
It is. It's amazing.
But I'm super chill when I fly. Like I don't have any.
I hate
issues
you,
with
okay?
it.
I have anxiety when it comes to flying.
So fly with me.
Yeah, that will help me lose anxiety, I guess.
Yeah, it will.
How?
Because we'll go to the bar and get super drunk, and then you'll be fine.
No, because then
That's
I'll be
not
more
bad.
paranoid as I fly.
No, it won't. You'll be fine. Anyway, so what do we do? We hung out for a little bit, and then we started playing a board game called Mysterium, which took way too long for me to remember how to set up.
Jamonkey and Ronan were taking like 2 hours to set this game
We
up,
were.
while me, Cheese, and Nerdy Cat. Oh, because Nerdy Cat was there, who's Jamonkey's wife, and everyone here
Yeah,
knows
for
Nerdy
sure.
Cat. The three of us and my wife were just talking for like 2 hours.
As me and
It was so
me and
good.
Jamonkey are faces buried in this playbook, like this doesn't make any sense. So we took about an hour and a half, 2 hours to set it up, and then we started playing it, and I was like, this is definitely wrong, but we had a good time. We
Yeah.
had fun.
It was fun.
And then let's see, Nerdy Cat and James left after that. Jamonkey.
Yeah.
Um,
And then Cheese was like half passed out by
Yeah.
before they left.
I was so tired.
yeah.
That whole
I think we
day I
hung
was
out for a
just
little
tired.
bit longer, and then she just conked out.
Yeah.
And then I went home, went to sleep, woke up at 6, and headed back over.
Yeah. That morning, I had my bedroom door open because my daughter wakes up at an ungodly early time, and she brought the baby in, and so like I was like half awake, and all of a sudden,
this morning.
No, I think it happens like every morning.
no,
Oh.
yeah, every morning she wakes up that early.
Okay.
But so all of a sudden, I just like kind of half wake up and look at my door, and there's just this tall ginger standing there, and then I close my eyes and fall like asleep, and then like an hour later, like you know how your mind takes like an hour to register things you see when you're sleeping, like you're going like, who the fuck was that?
That's what happens when you give me the code to your door.
If we could tell a story on how long it took him to figure out the freaking code to the door.
On how long it took him to figure out it actually worked.
I did what you told me to do, and it
No.
didn't work for the longest
He
It
time.
types in the
did
code.
work.
The second he pushes the last button, he's like on the doorknob.
like-
He's like, it's not working.
It's like when you're trying to unlock your car door for someone outside, and they keep lifting the handle at the same time. Just let go of the damn door.
I'm like, bro, let it unlock. And I showed him. He goes, doot, doot, doot. Zzz. And I'm like, now touch the handle.
Let's see, and then we started Friday.
What's Friday?
We started Friday.
What do we do Friday morning?
Friday morning. We just kind of hung out that morning, didn't we?
Well, we were all,
I-
my wife was working,
Right.
and we were getting ready for Silverwood.
Right. So I think we just hung out on the couch that morning, didn't we?
I didn't, because I had the kids, so I was probably running around getting food stuff
Oh yeah,
ready.
yeah, you were.
So you guys hung out on the couch. How was that? Was that fun? Not having to worry about kids? Was it fun?
Yeah, that was a great time. Just watching you run around like the dad you are.
Yeah.
It was great. I learned a lot.
They've been complimenting me on like problem solving with my kids, and I'm like, I don't know what you guys are talking. You're not. No. Okay, for context, we are currently sitting on a blow up mattress because this is Cheese's bedroom while she's here. Is my office, and she tried laying down. You got.
I'm tired.
I know you're tired.
You only have like a half hour left.
That's so long.
It's fine. No,
That's
it's
what
not.
she said. Boom.
So, pretty easy morning Friday because we were prepping and getting ready to go to Silverwood, our local amusement park up here, which is amazing.
Quote unquote from Cheese. It's cute. It gets the job done.
Yeah, yeah. It is. So for someone who's been
It
to
is
big,
cute.
yeah. Go ahead.
Wait,
That
oh.
was-
That was it.
No.
Oh, okay.
I didn't know what you were saying. Like, so Six Flags in Houston and Dallas, Texas are massive. Every amusement park I've ever been to, even our like fairgrounds and stuff, is just massive. And they bring me to Silverwood, and I was just like, oh, there's like 10 roller coasters.
She walked.
It was so cute. I can't help it. It was cute.
She walked
It was
in with
small.
the thought of just, oh, little guy.
Amen.
It's just itty bitty.
He's-
And we're like, it's the biggest thing we got here.
Yeah.
Because I know
It
it's
is.
nothing.
It is the biggest thing we have. And
Yeah, keep talking.
sorry, I was looking for a hair tie. Okay.
And we just did Silverwood.
So we did Silverwood like all day.
What did you do for the first time at Silverwood, Cheese?
I rode a roller coaster. Oh
Yes,
my God,
you did.
I did.
It was so great.
It was awful.
We took. Well, hang on. Before we get to that, let's start how Luke screwed us over.
No. First, we got to start with the first ride we rode before lunch.
Oh yeah,
The
you're right.
Scrambler.
Yeah, that was fun.
Yeah.
And those of you that have county fairs and stuff probably know what the Scrambler is. I mean, it travels on a truck.
Not this one. This one's a. We're losing the only person we were meant to interview on this.
Yeah, no, it's fine.
Where's she going?
She's grabbing a hair tie. It's okay. It's okay.
This is really fun.
So we're in the Scrambler, which is like a circle in the center, and then like a bunch of pods that have another circle, and then those fan out to more like things that are even a larger, grander circle, and it just spins you around, and the gravitational pull. It's super fun.
Stop it. With
So
the eyes.
that was the first ride we did because it's Luke's favorite.
Stop it.
It is because it feels like a slingshot. Like you get to one end and then like rubber band to the other end.
Yeah.
And then Ronan attempted to high five me in the middle.
really
After I
wanted to.
told him last time I did that, I thought I broke my hand. This thing goes Mach 3.
Did you end up doing the roundup?
No, because it was scary.
It was not scary.
The thing with the roundup. So the roundup is one of those things where you stand up against a wall and it spins really fast and pushes against the wall and then it goes like horizontal or vertical. And so the vertical part I don't like because I don't like going up things and falling down. So if it just stayed like that, I would have done it.
So me,
It was so nice.
Cheese, and Nerdy Cat all went on it, and we were all sitting there like, just leave this on for like an hour and we'll just take a nap here because the pressure on your body just puts you to sleep. It's so great.
Yeah. The worst part of Silverwood was I threw up my back the day before.
Yeah.
And so walking around, because we were there from like noon to 8.
No,
it was like noon to 6:30.
But just the entire time walking around.
Yeah.
Like I was destroyed my back. I'm like, guys, we could sit down on the grass for a little bit. And I laid down. They're like, okay, let's move to this. I'm like, okay. While having 3 kids I was hustling around.
Right, yeah. And then after that we went to lunch. And then Luke was like, let's go on my favorite ride, which is called
Thunder Canyon.
Thunder Canyon.
And no, I did not. My wife said, let's go on Thunder Canyon. And let's have Cheese explain how fun Thunder Canyon was.
Yeah, Thunder Canyon was great.
No,
Okay.
it wasn't.
Well,
Why was Thunder Canyon great? Huh?
because it's a fun ride.
No, it wasn't. Okay, yeah,
Well-
it was. It was a very fun ride, okay? But I was not prepared to be the only one getting splashed the entire time.
Explain what this ride is.
Oh, it's a water ride. It's a rafting ride. It's awful.
It's a circular tube that fits 8 people.
Oh yeah, it's
And-
a massive tube. It's 8 people, and me and Archer are sitting next to each other. We are
That
the
was so
two
great, dude.
lightest people. Okay, the 2 lightest. All right, on this raft. Okay, we should have been hit the least. Okay, the least. We got hit the most. We had waves crashing over Archer's head, and waves were coming up over my shoulder, and now I'm just soaked. And so the rest of the day, I'm literally walking around an amusement park just soaked.
In these skinny jeans that are
And-
already suction
These
cupped to her
sk-
body.
These skinny denim pants.
And now wet suction cupped.
It was awful. It was awful. It's the worst. I can't believe you.
It was
Yeah,
fun.
you had a rough
It
day
was
that
great.
day. But you had a good time though, right?
Yeah, no, I had a blast.
Yeah.
So after that, after that we went on her first roller coaster, which was the corkscrew.
Which
Yeah.
was awful.
It was amazing.
No, it wasn't. I was sitting in the front car, and it took forever to go upside down and come back around. And there was 2 loop-de-loops, okay? So I'm upside down, and I'm just like, why am I upside down? Hurry up. And it wasn't going fast enough. And so it was like all in slow motion for me. It was the worst.
Well, me and Nerdy Cat are just screaming our heads off, having the time of our lives.
Oh, yeah. Y'all are just laughing. They're just laughing hysterically.
Just as an update for those who don't know, corkscrew start to finish is exactly 7.5 seconds long.
True, yeah. And it's not even, I wouldn't
It
even say it's
isn't.
that fast.
It's not fast at
It's
all.
not a bad roller coaster for a
It's-
starting one.
It's super slow.
I just refuse to do them
I know.
because I hate roller coasters.
It's fine.
I don't know why.
But we met with Cheese right after she did that, and I've never seen someone who looks numb,
Oh,
Yeah,
emotionless.
Yeah.
She was walking around, and half the time her eyes weren't open.
yeah, for real.
How'd you feel?
Oh, I have no idea. I didn't have feelings.
Exactly. She was gone.
She was so scared.
Like she was here
My-
mentally, but all emotion and physical feeling just gone.
It's like being high.
I was in my body, everything about my life at that point, I was in complete shock. There was no excitement, there was no fear, there was no nothing. Like my anxiety before I got even in the park, I was shaking so bad. And then afterwards, after that ride, everything stopped. I stopped shaking. I stopped feeling. It was the weirdest. I hated it.
I just looked at you. I'm like, hey, welcome to what everyone else feels like with no anxiety. It was nice.
Awful. No, I was so scared. I was like, I don't know what's going on.
And then I don't know what happened after that because me and my wife split off and did the kiddie park.
Didn't we got funnel cakes first?
Funnel cakes.
We got funnel cakes that were absolutely. I just threw it in the trash. It was so bad. A funnel cake is supposed to be
a waffle,
like soft and fluffy, and you cover it with a bunch of sugar and fruits and whipped cream and ice cream, whatever you want. And it's amazing. These were like
croutons.
Yeah, the best way to describe
it was a
croutons.
Frosted crouton. It sucked.
And they gave us these plastic forks that you had to like to even break.
You had to perforate a line like through the piece you wanted, and then even then you didn't get it off. Even breaking, like I tried breaking it with my hand, and it was like.
If you guys want to know how hard it was, I got one for 3 kids to split, and they didn't finish it because they're like, oh, I guess we're done. Kids didn't want sugar.
Yeah, that's rough. And I've never had a bad experience with funnel cake.
Yeah. Well, I think I know why. Because I was looking in the back while they were making them. They had like 15 of them piled high in the back on a heat lamp.
Right.
I think I just tried them out.
By the way, those of you that work in food industry, the heat lamp will slowly cook whatever you put under it.
And if you work at Silverwood, do better.
Do better.
Be better. Do better.
And so what do you guys do after that? Because I broke off with my family to do the kiddie park with the kids.
Let's see. What did we do after that? We went... You went to the kiddie park. We went and did...
Y'all went and
the
did
roller
the new
coaster.
one.
Oh, yeah. Me and Nerdy Cat went and did the new roller coaster there, Stunt Pilot.
I held beers. That's what I did.
Yeah.
I was beer holder.
Which I appreciate that.
Yeah, I know.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
Speaking of beer. This is yours that you brought over. I'm stealing it.
Is that the last one?
Mm-hmm.
Bro.
I'll fucking share,
I'm the
bro.
drinker in this.
This is my house.
Yeah, I know.
Anyway.
You want some beer?
No, I don't. I'm good right now. I'm fine.
Also, if you guys didn't know from the accent, she's TXing.
Yeah.
Anyway, so how was the new roller coaster?
The new roller coaster was awesome, except I had to do the front car. And this one is a lot faster and a lot higher.
And a straight down
and
at the
a
very
straight
beginning.
down drop at the very beginning. It was amazing. But the whole time on the way up, I was just screaming at Nerdy Cat, just like, I can't believe you made me get in the front car. I'm never talking to you again. And a bunch of other stuff. And then it was amazing. Like, the corners on that are so sharp or there were a couple that were super sharp, and you just...
I was just looking at that ride, and I'm like, man, the G-forces that thing pulls, because they're all tight loops.
Yeah.
Not a normal roller coaster like, oh, the wee. It's like... yeah, and they're like tight turns that also like curve.
Yeah, it was crazy fun. And then after we got off, I went, Nerdy Cat, I may have said some things up there. I didn't mean them. It was funny. And then we went on our second roller coaster.
Yeah.
How'd you like that one?
For
Tell
Miss
that
Cheese.
I don't even remember what it was called. What
Tremors.
Tremors.
Oh, Lord, yeah.
With
that one.
with Kevin Bacon.
So this one was a giant wooden roller coaster that had tunnels. And, so I'm sitting in the front cart once again. And they put this little seatbelt on me. Seatbelt, I tightened it up, and then it kept coming loose. And I was like, okay, so the seatbelt don't work. Great, awesome. And then putting down, what was it, the little bar that comes down and it clicks into place?
The lap bar, yeah.
Okay, the lap bar did not come all the way down for me, all right? I am not thick enough. My legs are not thick enough for that, okay?
I think it's pretty thick.
Shut up. Ow. Anyway, so I'm sitting there, and this lap bar is like maybe a quarter inch, above my leg, just kind of sitting there, and I'm not strapped into here. Like, there's nothing holding me in my chair. I'm terrified. I'm like, okay, I'm gonna die. This ride's gonna kill me. We get up at the first drop, and I'm literally not in my seat. I'm just flying. Like, I literally started laughing hysterically because I didn't know what else to do.
I bought a picture of it. It was great.
It was awful.
But, so, it's also a big wooden roller coaster.
It's massive.
which are a bit shakier than the new steel ones, but it was great because it throws you through these underground tunnels and stuff, and it was amazing.
Yeah.
It was so much fun.
It was that one was terrible. The entire time, it was like driving into Oklahoma. It was just.
And then we did the train ride, which is a 45-minute expose stunt thing.
Yeah. It was fun.
The stunts are usually better. This one was just really lame. The Sasquatch hunting.
Yeah, I will say it was a great wind down.
It was a great nap.
Well, yeah, it's a real train for one. It's
Right.
the oldest ride at Silverwood. The first thing they built.
It was the first one, wasn't it?
So it's an old antique train, but it goes pretty fast. But it's 45 minutes around the entire park, and honestly, the kids sat still. They weren't screaming, jumping around.
Right.
I was able to kind of relax, wind down. My back was killing me at that point.
Right, for sure.
Also, it was a nice, warm 71 degrees the entire day, which
Yeah.
for me and Rowan, we're like, oh, it's nice and warm today. And to Cheese, who's from
Except
Texas.
Except we were wet and there was wind blowing.
Dude, I was cold. I was freezing. My butt was so upset the entire time. Like, after that first ride, getting off, because I don't think they understand. I had waves come up over my shoulder. Like, Archer was, like, the waves went over his head. Like, we were soaked to the bone. It was
Archer is my
awful.
2-year-old, by the way. I'm not sure we mentioned that yet.
Yeah,
No.
and I remember seeing his face after a couple of those waves on
Oh my gosh, his face was so cute.
whatever
Thunder
So
Canyon.
Thunder
shocked.
Canyon. He's jaw dropped and he's got this look of shock in his eyes, just like, oh.
Well, the water is like 40 degrees.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, the water was freezing.
But there was one wave, the biggest wave that poor Archer, this little 2-year-old got, 4-year-old, sorry. He's 4, right? Yeah.
Yes, he's
So-
4.
It went under and the waves were so high, it went over his face and it just soaked him from head to toe. And I just look at him and I just see his face go, Mama! Kate, Cheese.
Hi.
Hi, Cheese. How are you? I can speak, I swear.
Yeah, I know.
I just said 2 of Caitlin's names and none of yours.
We're very similar. It's okay.
Yeah.
It happens.
Cheese tried hovering above her seat to not get wet. How did that work?
It didn't. There was no helping any of it. It was awful.
These are like 5-foot drops into waves. It's rapids.
Yeah.
It's
Yeah.
fun.
Yeah, it's a blast when you're not wearing jeans. Like, my jeans were almost like a really light blue, and they were almost black by the time it was over. Like, it was just... Okay.
Plus, you had like those rhinestones on it. That must have been uncomfortable
Oh
too.
my god, it was awful.
But yeah, that was the end of day 1 of hanging out. So when we came back here, we watched some Brooklyn Nine-Nine and pretty much passed out
Yeah.
because we were
all
exhausted
exhausted after that one. Yeah.
And then that brings us to today, which today was a lot more of a chill day. We were supposed to explore downtown Coeur d'Alene today, but instead of that, we watched TikToks as a group on the couch until like 1.
Yeah, I think so. Yeah, 12:30, 1 o'clock, and then we were like, we should probably go out and do something.
Yeah, because my mom had the kids this morning, so I'm like, we should probably do something. And then we were driving, and I'm like, oh, there's this really good bar that opens up at noon, and Cheese then informed me she's never had a shot before.
No, I haven't.
So we got her shots today.
We got our shots. Everybody!
So, Cheese, tell us about your first shot experience.
That was a great place, though. Bunker Bar? Bunker
Yeah.
Bar.
Bunker Bar in Post Falls.
Post Falls. It's a great place, man.
Yeah.
It was really good.
First one was the icebreaker shot. What'd you think?
Oh, it was amazing. I was expecting like one of those awful, like, I don't know, shots that you're supposed to drink really quickly.
Basically,
And-
you were expecting the burn of like just a straight vodka or straight whiskey or straight tequila shot.
something awful.
Bacardi 151.
151 rum.
But no, it was actually really, really good. Like, it was super smooth. It was super sweet, and I really enjoyed it.
Yeah, I
On both of
believe an
them.
icebreaker is whipped vodka, sweet and sour, and Tito's.
It was,
Oh, nice. Okay.
It was
Yeah,
really
it's
good.
high class.
And so we got the icebreaker, and then I had a brass monkey, which is definitely a North
Brass
Idaho
monkey,
thing.
that lucky monkey.
So a brass monkey is just a beer like Coors Light or Bud Light, and you put some orange juice in it.
A
And
splash of orange juice.
Yeah, a splash of orange juice, and you drink it for breakfast.
Yeah.
It's
If
great.
you're an alcoholic.
Yeah. Shut up. I can quit whenever I want to.
I just don't want to.
I'm not about to listen to an alcoholic that talks to himself.
And then the second shot was a Starburst shot.
Yeah, pink
It was
Starburst.
so good.
Yeah.
The Starburst was my favorite, for sure.
Yeah. And then we're like, we should probably eat something today because it's like 2 p.m.
Right, that was cool. I didn't even know that place existed. So we went to a restaurant called Republic Restaurant. I mean, I don't think it had like an extra name. Don't you dare fall asleep on podcast.
Sit back up.
Here.
Okay, now we're going to tickle her knee.
No.
She's... No.
Stop.
Got him.
Look at the spikes on our audio. Sorry, we're just looking at our audio spikes.
Yeah, we're having fun.
But we got adult mac and cheese made dirty, which is just like the most
so
decadent mac and
good.
cheese.
I got the chili mac one.
Oh, you did.
I did.
That's amazing.
Chili on yours, but
Yeah.
ours was with egg on top and pork belly.
Yeah. And then I had chili mac, which is just their mac and cheese with chili in it, which is amazing. But that building, isn't it like the oldest building or the first?
First building and the oldest building built in Post Falls, 1910.
And you can tell, man.
Yeah.
Like even their like silverware was from the 1910s.
Yeah, that's a cool place.
It is a really cool place. Very historical. They have like the story of the house and like the people that lived there and all that stuff there.
Did you read the story?
Yeah.
Did you read all of it?
I mean, halfway through, I was like, TLDR.
And you didn't LDR.
No.
But pretty much the people who built that house, they had like 5 kids, and each one of the kids died.
Oh, whoa. Really?
Yeah. And so then they had a 6th kid who ended up living and then took the family household, and he had like several kids, and his wife and all his kids died. He was like the last owner of it, and then became a national landmark.
Oh, wow.
Yeah. You should have read it. It was cool.
I'll go back over there. I live here. It's fine.
Yeah.
Yeah, we ate. We met up with your wife.
Yeah.
She just got off work, not like down the block from.
Well, it was really like 2 houses, 2 stores.
Oh yeah,
down,
yeah. So she came and hung out with us for lunch, and then what did we do?
We went to the beach.
We went to the beach.
My parents have a private beach.
Yeah, because they live in a quote unquote normal house. If
It's
those
a
of you
normal house.
Those of you that listened to our last episode. Yeah, went to the beach.
Hold on, let's ask Cheese. Cheese, don't hide.
I'm not hiding. What?
Is my parents' house a normal house?
I mean, yeah.
Yeah,
No,
it's a
not.
normal house.
It is a normal house.
You know what a normal house for me was growing up?
A trailer?
Yeah.
Well, that's not a normal house, bud.
Well, it was
It's a
for
trailer.
us.
Well, I'm sorry, you're not normal.
Facts.
Straight
Like,
facts.
yeah, like, you can't even argue that.
And then that brings us to this evening. We just got home.
How was the water? Was the water up
Cold.
to your standings?
Oh yeah, no, it was great.
Cold.
I enjoyed it. It was not cold.
Here's the thing.
See, that's
we
the
learned
weirdest thing.
we learned at the beach. Cheese Bear is more of a man than me or Luke both combined.
We got to like our Tic Tacs hadn't hit the water yet because we knew what was gonna happen.
Yeah.
And then she's just like full on
She
swan
just
dives.
yeets herself into the water, and I'm like, oh no.
And both me and Rona were like, "Could we be men?" We stepped in like another foot, and our Tic Tacs became an itty, and we're like, "We just got castrated."
And so I jumped in first, and I was like, this is cold as heck. And I got back out to like sit in the sun for a while. And then Luke finally got in after like an hour.
That challenges manlyhood.
Yeah, he did. And there's these buoys that are probably I was pretty far out.
100 feet, maybe more.
Maybe more.
It wasn't bad.
But anyway, so he already had a head start, and he's like, "Hey, I'll race you to the buoy and back." And I'm like, I'm that guy that's like, you challenge me,
Well,
it's
you
fucking
said
on.
nah, and I'm like, well, I guess whoever wins is the bigger man.
Yeah, that's true.
Splash.
That's true. And I'm like, and just jumped in.
And then
We got to the buoy, and then we're sitting there like, bro, we're so out of shape.
we were so tired, we didn't know how we were gonna
like-
swim back.
We're like sitting there on this buoy, just like, oh god.
And so we tried to make conversation, make it look like we were there for a reason, but really we were just dying. We had no idea how we were gonna get back.
Like I guess, and then there was that big that big concrete.
And then you hollered at me.
Yeah,
because you were just hanging out like
I
out
was
there by
just,
your
well,
lonesome.
I was like floating. I wasn't even like where I could touch. I was literally just kind of swimming towards y'all, but like stopped and just kind of
And
floated.
apparently we go ham when me and Luke swim
yeah.
Yeah, you do.
because we were I don't know we were swimmers, like you were a lifeguard.
I was
You
a lifeguard.
you did all that stuff
And just for, like before I could walk, I was swimming.
right.
My parents, when I was 1, I think I was 1, took us to like a indoor.
Did they do
pool.
that thing where they chucked you in and made you float?
No,
Oh.
what they did, it's just a normal pool. And my mom, because I'm a twin, and so my mom put me down on the floor, 'cause she changed me, and she was going to my sister to change her, and they heard splash. My mom looked around, couldn't find me, freaked out, and run, Luke's drowning. And so my dad said he goes to the edge of it, and he says he saw me as a 1-year looking up, just smiling, kicking my feet as fast as I can. So he goes down, picks me up. I coughed and sputtered because I figured out real quick you can't breathe underwater. And he put me down, and I just crawled back and face planted into it again. So ever since then,
I'll figure it out.
So they literally said I learned how to swim before I was walking.
Oh, that's kind of cool. That's a good story.
So I'm a huge advocate for swimming.
I learned how to swim really well because I grew up on the rivers down in like Lewiston area, like the Salmon River, the Snake River, and the
Columbia.
The Clearwater River.
Yeah.
Which are fast. You know, you get out to the middle and it's fast water. You know, like there's heavy like undercurrent and heavy top current.
People die there every year.
Yeah, for sure. And growing up with my uncle, would go out there and we'd swim across the rivers.
Yeah.
You know, and so we just got really good at it, like fighting current and everything. And then I swam out to that buoy and I went, oh no, I'm out of shape.
We were both. I haven't swam in years because I've been too busy with kids and stuff.
Right. Yeah. Like I've been swimming, but it was just kind of like it hasn't been that kind of swimming where I have to like shoot across the river or speed, like actually have some speed. Where most of my swimming now is just paddle boards, cooler beer, and floating.
And then we came back here. We're all exhausted because why would we have any chill on this trip?
Right.
And so we watched Bill and Ted's Excellent Adventure, and then we're like, fuck, we didn't record a podcast this week.
And Fouts has been blowing us up. Like,
sorry, Fouts.
Yeah, we're sorry. It's been busy, bro. Hey,
what? She keeps trying to lay down in this bed and
get
go
it?
to sleep. We're trying to record a podcast, Cheese.
Yeah.
This is an interview with you.
And you guys got mad at me for like, oh, you're talking to Cheese Girl on your podcast.
That's because you kept muting yourself, and I would say something, and you wouldn't know what I said, and then you wouldn't respond. That's the reason why we were upset.
Right, and now she's here, and she's like passing out.
Yeah.
Get with the program.
I'm here.
So-
I'm not passing out. I'm not.
So how was the water for you? We kind of just jumped on that really quick. How was the water for you?
No, I loved it. Yeah, no, I'm a big water person. So as soon as like I touched the water, it wasn't cold. It was like fairly warm for me, and I was just like, okay. And I enjoyed it.
Yeah.
Well, me and Luke are like.
To be fair, we have Tic Tacs that can get frozen, and it hurts. You don't have Tic Tacs.
I don't need to.
But how did it compare to the water like you're used to down in Texas?
It was really clear, which was amazing, and I absolutely loved it. I haven't been in clear water like that since Lake Ouachita in Arkansas, and it was super clear. Like you could swim out, 50 foot and just look straight down and see the bottom, and it was amazing.
Oh, yeah, there was that concrete block out by the buoy. We're looking down at it like, I wonder how far down that is.
This thing is literally like a 10 by 10 by 10 concrete slab.
Yeah.
We were confused by it.
Yeah, we don't know what it's for, but we were like, me and Luke were like, wonder how far down that is, and we're both thinking like, oh, we're gonna have to shoot down like a good, at least 12 feet
Yeah.
to like touch it, So we both like jump up and get our chest out of the water and then sink, and we each hit the concrete block immediately after
Like
going
3
under.
inches deeper than our toes were at.
We both smash our toes.
We're like, ow!
And then I just stand up on it, and I'm like, oh, okay.
But I open my eyes underwater. It's not connected to anything. It's just a freaking concrete slab.
Yeah, I don't know what that. I wonder if it's like an old tie-off or something.
It's too far out for a tie-off. It's halfway into the river.
That's true. Yeah, no idea.
Yeah.
If anyone knows up in our area, let us know.
Over by Riverside Harbor.
Okay, cool.
Yeah. But let's ask a few questions about La Cheese. Cheese.
No.
You are a streamer, are you not?
Yes. No. Sometimes.
Yes. What do you usually stream? And what's the focus of your stream? You have to do this. It's
Why?
because.
Okay.
What do you think an interview with you meant?
Dude,
So,
I don't know.
context-
I'm just here.
Back to one of our earlier episodes, we've always tried to stress and enforce real life before Twitch TV.
Yeah.
And honestly, that's been happening to all of us. Like super hard lately. So
And just because you don't stream consistently in a season at a time does not make you no longer a streamer.
right.
Because I still
Okay.
consider you a streamer.
Okay.
You've taken a break for a few months, but you've been busy for a few months.
I've been very busy. I just took on a second job, and I had to fix my Jeep, and there's been a lot of things happening in my life. And I'm in Idaho. I didn't think I was going to go here either. So there's been a lot happening, a lot of planning, a lot of things.
Tell us about your jobs. What do you do for work?
Oh, goodness. So I have 2 jobs. I work at Sid Boot Barn, which I absolutely love. We sell Western clothing, and then I work
Western clothing in Texas?
Oh my gosh.
No, we have a boot barn up here, too.
Yeah, but that's just Spokane being Spokane.
Yeah, that's true.
Anyway. And then second job is I work at a salon in JCPenney. So, and I enjoy that very much.
How does Sears?
Wait, no. When does Sears ever have a salon? No.
I don't know. Like that's what I thought you said Sears because I made a whole joke in my mind that I was going to use on the podcast, like Sears and Shears. Is that the name? So I was like, I literally prepared that joke because I thought you said you worked at Sears.
No, JCPenney.
Oh, I'm really dumb.
It's okay.
It's okay. I am too. Small brain style.
Mm-hmm.
Small brain gang. Oh, you can see my cough right there.
I know, that's great.
Yeah.
And then, so you got a new job, you got your Jeep fixed.
I did.
What's the name of your Jeep?
My Jeep, I have a bright yellow Jeep. She is a 2006 Jeep Wrangler X Sport. I absolutely love this. Love my little Jeep. She's amazing. She's 2 doors, and her name is Southern Belle. Get out of here.
Oh.
Stupid laugh.
Okay. I'm going to steal the mic now, and you guys can fuck off for a second, okay?
Oh, fuck you too.
Guys, you would not believe the torture they have put me through on this trip.
Oh,
Every time we got in the car, they played country music.
That's right.
It isn't every time.
Yes.
No.
Yes.
No.
Yes.
It hasn't been just country music.
No, but when it was their turn, because we're good hosts, me and my wife were like, fine, you can have the aux cord. Fucking country music.
It
They
was
lost
every
privileges.
Sorry.
Yeah, today and yesterday.
And your point?
That's the 2 big trips we all took.
Oh my goodness.
And it's country music.
One song. It wasn't even a full song. Y'all didn't even listen to a full song. It was literally like part of a song.
We were driving back from Silverwood, and she was playing country music. And so my wife was driving. She had to keep her hands on the wheel. So I reached over and plugged both of her ears. And I'm like, this is true love. I'll take the bullet for you, babe. Me and my wife both hate country music.
Country music isn't that bad.
No, it's not that bad. It's actually really good.
Do you know also isn't that bad? Frickin' dying from syphilis. There's worse things, but it's still pretty bad. Don't like country music.
Okay, you don't have to.
Yeah.
It's just an opinion. Sir.
God.
Lord.
We mostly just do it for the memes, but
Right,
Yeah,
for
for
sure.
sure.
yeah. But Ronan has discovered mine and Cheese's humor because me and Cheese are so frickin' brutal to each other all the time.
We really are. We're the worst.
We're the worst. It's great. But the thing is that when Nerdy Cat was here, all 3 of us were doing it.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was the best. We're very mean to each other.
That's how you know we love you.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So, we got any other things to ask her? Cheese, Jeep, jobs?
Well, I mean, most people in the SBG know Cheese.
Right, for sure.
Yeah, I'm the mascot. It's okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm here.
So I guess what do you think of Idaho so far these past couple days?
I love it. It's absolutely gorgeous. It reminds me of Arkansas, but like
Don't say that.
not as many trees, and it's kind of weird. But I love it. It reminds me of the Ice Age where you're in like a little bowl and you're surrounded by mountains. Yeah, that's what it reminds me of.
Yeah.
Which is weird because me and Luke have both lived up here.
I've lived here for 20
in
years.
the area.
Yeah.
Like for a long time. So we don't ever like look out at the mountains around us or the scenery because we just know it's there.
Dude, they
we just
have blue
accept it.
trees. It's weird.
We do.
We do.
We just call them evergreens.
Yeah.
Dude, they are blue. It is the weirdest thing. I saw one and I was just like, why is it blue?
We're like, it's green.
It's blue.
It's
A
just
lot,
dark green.
a lot of the
It's just
times,
blue.
a lot of the times when we're out and about, she'll just like space off me looking at stuff, and we're like, "What are you looking at?" She's like, "Oh, just the mountains," and we're like, "Huh? Oh.
Yeah. Like, I keep making comments. I'm like, oh, Coeur d'Alene is in a dome of mountains. We're like
Yeah.
in a little canyon.
Or a bowl."
A bowl.
It's a bowl.
And so I keep saying that comment, but I haven't looked outside for real in such a long time. But I was looking out there. I'm like, oh, it's not like there's just like one mountain. Like you can see like 4 or 5 mountains deep
Yeah.
out there. And I'm like, oh man, we're surrounded by mountains.
Yeah, for sure.
It was really cool.
Yeah.
It's been really cool.
You gonna come back up and visit us again?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah. I will be back for sure.
Yeah. This has been an awesome trip.
It's been great.
far
And
there's
it's
been-
not even over yet.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Tomorrow we have church in the morning,
Yep.
which I'm not sure if we're gonna do church in the morning because Cheese brags about waking up at 6 a.m.
We do wake
but
up
doesn't actually open her eyes until noon.
No, my eyes are open. I just don't get out of bed.
With eyes wide open.
Dude, I'm on vacation, sirs. Alright. I'm allowed to sleep in a little bit.
So my daughter was up
Don't
at
worry.
like 5 a.m. this morning, which means I was up at 5 a.m. this morning.
Yeah.
And then Cheese woke up at 6, and then I went to the couch and bugged Ronan at like 7 because Ronan was passed out on the couch.
Yeah, I passed out on the couch.
And so I woke him up. We were talking, and then Cheese comes out and like sits on the couch at like 8, but then like doesn't move until like noon. Like we're supposed to leave and do stuff, and we just sat just watching
Yeah.
TikToks.
In a big cuddle puddle.
Yeah,
It was the best.
yeah. It was. This is. They're at like you. When I get friends up and coming to visit, even friends I've known my entire life, there's always one thing that goes wrong where it's like, oh man, we kind of were upset at each other. There hasn't been nothing negative so far. It feels like Ronan. I hang out with you all the freaking time, so you don't count. But like, geez, I feel like we've hung out like our entire lives.
Oh, yeah, for sure.
Yeah.
No, when I
Exactly.
first met you in the airport, I was like, oh, brother, hello! Give me a hug. Oh, it was so exciting.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And so you are so similar to Nerdy Cat.
Yeah, interesting.
I have a type with friends, guys.
He has a very big type.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And so like me and Nerdy Cat, we are like literally siblings. I'm not sure if you know this, but Jamonkey and Nerdy Cat actually had a fight, one of their first fights,
No,
because of me,
no,
on determining if I was going to be her maid of honor or his best man.
no. I love it.
I became his best man.
Well, I've already got your spot lined out for my wedding.
I better be the flower girl.
You are.
Well, okay, me and Cheese were actually talking about this. The best role possible would be if I was
I'm so sorry.
ordaining someone's wedding, right?
Okay.
But I wasn't there at the beginning of the wedding. I was the flower girl with a tutu. And I have the little, what's it called? The fanny pack. And I throw all the petals and everything. I get to the front, take off the tutu and the fanny pack, and then just pull out a Bible and go to the front.
I love it.
That would be the best
That's
role.
the best idea ever.
I want to do this at a
and
wedding.
That's for sure happening.
Can I do that at your wedding, please?
Yes, exactly.
Oh, Ronan. Hey, guys, for Ronan's wedding, this is a binding contract.
Okay. Yeah, I'm down. Shake on it.
Bet.
Let's go.
Can we
Let's
get
get it, boys?
If anyone's listening who's a notary, let us know. But
Oh, man.
yeah, so tomorrow we have church, and I believe county fair.
Yeah, we have to go bowling tomorrow.
We have to go bowling. We have to do so many things. We
I
only
know.
have one more day,
That's fine.
so we have to go bowling. We have to visit downtown Coeur d'Alene.
That's fine. We can do that. We can go to the county fair. Like, honestly, there's not much to a county fair.
No,
You go there, you eat.
what we could do is we could possibly split up because we need
Oh,
to
there you
come
go,
back
yeah.
for kids' naps.
Oh, yeah.
So I might come home, and then my wife and you guys go to downtown Coeur d'Alene. Then after naps, I come
Oh,
join
that'd
you
be
guys
cool,
somewhere
yeah.
else. So
Because there's a couple of spots downtown Coeur d'Alene that are pretty cool.
yeah.
So, yeah, we'll
Yeah.
try and plan that and see what happens.
But honestly, guys, it's just been a lot of fun just hanging out with Cheese Bear.
Oh, my goodness. It's been...
Oh, we also have to live stream with Cheese here.
Oh yeah.
We have to play Gardic Phone together.
Oh,
Yes,
yeah, we do.
We can do that. We can do that.
Did tomorrow night.
Sunday night?
Yeah.
But we were bowling Sunday night.
Oh, we
We'll
can
go
do
bowl a
it.
couple games and then we'll come back and play Gardic Phone.
Okay.
We'll get it. We'll fit it in. We can do
Yeah.
it.
Yeah.
By the way, by the time this episode comes out, Sunday's already passed. We put these out on Mondays.
Right. Yeah, exactly.
But yeah.
Let's see. Do we have anything else?
And I'll be leaving Monday.
What time is your
I
flight
mean-
on Monday? Me more wondering.
I believe it's at 12.
Yeah, it's at noon.
I think my wife has to take you to the airport because I have a work meeting at 11.
I don't work Monday.
Oh, you can take her there, yeah.
Yeah.
We'll figure it out.
Yeah.
So
That's so far away.
you mean 27 hours away?
Shut up.
Okay.
Like, bro, the wait you coming up here was
Excruciating.
excruciating.
We were
You
both so
didn't
excited.
even know.
What do you mean I didn't even know?
You didn't know for a while.
For like the first month or two.
Yeah, I
Yeah.
knew for 2 months before
I know.
you.
Yeah.
And then she
But
go
then
and
you were
break her
like,
Jeep.
I
My
need
bad,
help.
I didn't break it.
And then she was like, "Do you want to buy a ticket for me?" And I was like, "Okay, for what?" She's like, "So I come up there," and I like took out my wallet and just started fanning my credit cards. I was like, "Yeah, you're coming."
It's like, let's do $10 on this one, $20 on this one. $20. His credit score.
No, I just went up 40 points.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And
pretty
Ronan
excited
just
about
bought
that.
a new car.
I did just buy a new car because, as it turns out, transmissions explode. I don't know what happened to that thing, dude. I was going to my doctor's appointment, drove out there.
I was on the phone with you at the time.
I know. I was literally driving out to my doctor's appointment just for like a checkup, and then my car shifted out of second into third, and it just redlined and just spun the gear, and I went, "Oh no!"
I was on the phone with him. We were just talking, and all of a sudden, I hear Ronan go, "Well, that's fucking fantastic. I just lost second." And I'm like,
Yeah.
"Who's on first?" And he's like, "Nope, lost second." I'm like, "What does that mean?" He's like, "I now don't have a second gear." And I'm like, "Can you in third?" He's like, "Lost that a while ago."
Lost that a while
I'm
ago.
like, "What about fourth and fifth?" He's like, "Never had those." So he had first gear.
Yeah. So I just bought a new 2015 Chevy Cruze.
Yeah.
Which is pretty great. Hang on, you don't get to be done yet. We have to say goodbye.
know, I'm here.
So if anyone wants a Trailblazer, I got a cherry for you.
Well, no, we were gonna do.
Oh yeah, Flexia oil change.
Yeah, Flexia oil change.
Flexia oil change, guys.
And we're gonna post that on the
We're
YouTube.
gonna post on the YouTube, and it's gonna be great.
Yeah.
We're gonna take the oil out of it, fill it with Flex Seal, and then just see how far we can get.
Not at all. I don't think it's gonna turn over.
Really?
Flex Seal seals so quickly.
Well, we'll find out then, won't we?
Yeah.
Perfect.
But that is all the time we have for today. If you guys have any questions for us and want to know what we want to do in the future podcast, or any questions about streaming or just us in general, feel free to follow us on our Twitter and soon Facebook page, because now I have a Facebook again for work. So I'm gonna get this Facebook page
That's
too.
so weird because you got one like right after mine got hacked,
Yeah.
and I was like, I'm done with Facebook.
Yeah, I had to get one for work. Also, this might be, I'm not sure this is great, but for my job at my work is that we have our own YouTube channel where we'll be posting a video this Wednesday. We're posting our first video. So if you guys want to watch my work video, it's me being very awkward for a first video. I'd love some feedback
It's
on
pretty
that.
great.
It's
pretty
awkward. But also, so yeah, follow our Twitter, join our guild at the Small Brain Gang, because the Small Brain Gang is literally the best community in the entire world. Me and Ronan forgot it existed for 3 days there because we were hanging out with Cheese, and we're like, shit, we should
Yeah,
probably
we
go
did.
check on that. And yeah, feel free to give us a follow on twitch.tv/Ronan Mavic, twitch.tv/Luke Nero, and twitch.tv/cheesebear_15.
15.
She is 23.
Oh my goodness.
I just had to say that because it sounds weird. And you look 15.
I don't look okay.
You don't?
Maybe I do look.
Yeah.
It's okay.
But
Nice baby.
we just want to say thank you guys for listening so much. And don't forget, you guys are all the extra most bestest. Best people I've ever met. Hope you have a good night.
Cheers, everyone.
Have a good night. No, what? What?
Ooh, ooh.
No.
Hey, do you want macaroni?
Ada.
Hey, do you want macaroni?
With the chicken strips.
Oh Lord.
She hates it when we do that.
I really do.
But it's, we forgot because we were talking to her. Wait, were you there? No, you weren't there. It was just you were talking to me.
Yeah.
For what?
Okay, this is right before you got off work. And I asked her, we were talking, and she's like, oh, I had macaroni and chicken strips for lunch. I went,
I think she told me about that.
I didn't think about it, okay?
it was the greatest moment.
I genuinely had macaroni and chicken strips, and this man, yeah, that.
She hates it so much.
I hate it so much.
And we do the ooh-woos and everything.
Yeah.
Because we're cringe. We also had like 3 hours of that's just us telling jokes back and forth.
Oh, yeah,
that was
was
like
great.
the day
That
before
was
she came
awesome.
up, right?
Yeah, it was
Yeah.
great.